Okay guys, in this video I'm going to show you some one of the type of foreign currency risk, and this we're going to discuss a transaction risk with the help of a numerical as well. So let's see first of all what is the definition of a transaction risk. Transaction risk is the risk of an exchange rate changing between the transaction date and the subsequent settlement date. That is, it is the gain or loss arising on conversion. It arises on imports and exports. So that is one of the clarification. Problem is like it on 1 Jan, a UK firm enters into a contract to buy a piece of equipment from US for 300,000. The invoice is to be settled on 31st of March. The exchange rate on 1st Jan is $1.6 to £1. That is, obviously I have explained it. However, by 31st March, the pound may have strengthened to 1.75 by £1 or depreciated to 1.45 in £1. So explain the risk faced by UK firm. We have to explain the risk by the UK firm. Normally this transaction risk, which is the risk of an exchange rate exchanging between the transaction date and the subsequent settlement date, it is the gain or loss arising on conversion. So it arises on exports and imports. So normally we're going to explain it. Let's see. The UK firm what faces uncertainty over the amount of sterling they will need to use to settle the US dollar invoice. Normally it is the UK firm who are going to pay. Obviously they will need to use the sterling, and then sterling will be converted into the US dollar invoice. Okay, so the cost of the equipment on 1 Jan would be 1 Jan, the exchange rate is this. 1 Jan, the exchange rate is this one. The cost of equipment on 1 Jan is what? 300,000 divided by 1.6, and that would be what? 187,500. That would be the cost of the equipment on 1 Jan. However, on settlement, the cost may be what? 300,000 into 1.75, and that is what? 429. Okay, I believe so. That is 171,429, and 2 would be 206,897. That is how it has been used. However, on settlement, the cost may be this, which is 300,000 divided by 1.75. That would be this one, and 300,000 divided by 1.45. That will be 206,897. Just putting this strengthened by this one and by depreciated by this one. So the risk would be just the transaction risk faced. So this uncertainty, because of the depreciation, normally the more sterling will need to be paid, or no need to be, need to have more sterling obviously to settle the invoice in US dollars, and there will be less sterlings, and you need to have a less sterlings to settle an invoice in US dollars when the rate is high. Okay. That means the strength of the sterling is greater in this case, and it's now been depreciated in the second one. So the uncertainty is what? Is the transaction risk. This is the transaction risk that you need to know. So this is a small bit of the exercise. This is about transaction risk. In the next example, we will discuss another example, or there might be the other type of risk. So keep in touch. Thank you very much.